Hello everyone, I'm Paul Wood, anxiety hypnotherapist. So today we're going to speak about blushing. So why is it that approximately 5% of the population develops excessive blushing? Where their blushing doesn't stop, it actually increases in intensity and increases in frequency. And as it increases in intensity and frequency, either the amount of times they experience it, they also become much more responsive to it, so much more sensitized to it. So at some point before, they could have felt embarrassed, and maybe they felt embarrassed once a week, and every time they did, they blushed. But now, embarrassment's a much easier emotion for their body to create, and every time they create it, they blush much more severe, much stronger each and every time. Now, why is this? Why does it happen? It happens for one reason. When you were a child, all emotions were good. Now, what I mean by that is, every single emotion you experienced fully as an emotion, you were curious of it, you didn't label it in any way. But what happened to you when you were younger? You experienced embarrassment, and then what happened is you were judged, you were laughed at, people bullied you, people pointed you, and then when that happened, this is the important part, when that happened, it activated your flight or fight response. So your body put a huge amount of adrenaline into your body, and all that energy fueled your embarrassment, fueled your blushing, which made it more intense, more painful, and much worse. And then in that moment, what your brain is thinking danger. Your brain is thinking, I need to avoid what's going on because it could cause me death. It could cause me some really, something really painful to happen to me right now. But in that situation, your mind then focused on the blushing. And the blushing was the cause of that. So what I'm suggesting to you is this. The problem is embarrassment. The problem isn't blushing. The problem is that the emotion of embarrassment you've had linked towards your flight and fight response. And if that didn't happen, how would you feel? Well, it's a good question, isn't it? Just imagine that you were lying in your bed feeling comfortable, lying there without anyone watching at all, and you blushed. Or you felt embarrassed. Would it be a problem? Would it be a problem? In all likelihood, it wouldn't be a problem. You'd experience it, you'd be curious of the sensation, you might be a bit freaked out, thinking, why am I seeing this blushing now? I'm just lying in my bed. But it wouldn't be a problem, would it? If you experienced the same feeling, embarrassment or blushing, and there was a group of people around you and they all stared at you, or you felt they were all staring at you, instantly it sets off your flight or fight response. All that energy, the adrenaline triggers, compounds, strengthens, intensifies your blushing, which makes you blush redder, which makes you feel much more embarrassed, and it's a really horrible experience, isn't it? But that's the situation, isn't it? So embarrassment blushing isn't bad. That's not really what you want to rid yourself of. You just want to break the link between blushing and embarrassment and your flight and fight response. When that happens, this will happen. You'll then be able to blush in the future or feel embarrassed. And you'll just blush and feel embarrassed. So you'll feel a bit warm on your face, and literally just feel a bit on your face in the same way if you're in the sun now. It just won't bother you. It'll just be an experience and it won't bother you at all. And most importantly, this will happen. When that happens, your mind will no longer obsessively focus on, oh my God, am I going to blush here? Am I going to blush there? And as you stop focusing on it in that way, what happens is you become less afraid of it, you become less bothered, you become more relaxed in yourself, and you just simply forget about blushing. You'll find that in the future, you can blush and nothing will happen. You'll blush and you probably might even notice it. But that is the most important step. So to separate out, to break that link between your flight or flight response and blushing and embarrassment. Now the simple way to do this is practice. The simplest way to do this is just to understand that that is the most important step that's needed. And how do you take that step? Well, the easiest way is using self-hypnosis. Why is it the easiest way? Because you don't have to do anything. You just literally have to listen to a recording, and it's going to train your brain to break that connection. And suddenly at some point, maybe after a week, maybe after 2 weeks, you'll feel comfortable, you'll feel more relaxed, you'll feel more assured. And then when you do blush, you'll notice that intense reaction that you had before has softened tremendously, and you feel much better in yourself in every way. If you want help with that, click on the link below, and I'm sure this is something that will work for you.